Just getting cake out my teeth, sorry. Oh, well. Cake chaser. Hello, my lovely. You all right? Just turn the telly down a bit. Yeah, I'll get my arm off there before you tell me off. I've been sitting in the comments and everything with my arm up there, and I thought it would really tell me off. How you feeling? You all right? Don't we pull horrible faces when we're trying to clean our teeth? Yes, anyway. Don't have my teeth. That's better, isn't it? It's such a natural thing for me to sit like that. I'm not gonna hide my settee. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I've just been chatting with one of your friends, and they're just ever so sweet. Really, really sweet. Yeah, because it's really sore in the socket, you know, in the joint. That's the word. Yeah, joint. Yeah, I was just talking to one of your friends. We've sort of been backwards and forwards chatting, and yeah, she was just saying how much more she prefers dogs to people as well. And I'm like, yeah. You've done this so well. I'm so proud of you. Really am. See, told you. You got the strength, my girl. You got the strength. It's just you and me here. Everybody else is probably like, whoa, not going in there. We'll see. I mean, Susie knows I'm live streaming. Whether she comes in or not, don't know. I think she maybe feels a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know. I think she was quite upset by last night. Hi. You two know each other, so I won't introduce you. Hi, Marie. Absolutely welcome. Really welcome. So the early morning streaming thing that we do. I'm assuming from your lovely little picture that you've got a dog. I'm just getting kicked in the back by mine. She's like, you've been noisy again, Mummy, shut up. I've just been watching a really funny video of this girl trying to put a harness on a husky, and the husky's like blatting around the room. Oh, don't really. It really doesn't matter. I don't want no sad faces, darling. All right, you just knock that right off, okay? Just really knock it off, because you know I'll tell you off anyway. So it just doesn't matter. You know, it's sorted. Sort of. It is what it is, or was what it was, and you know. The interesting is the interesting thing is I actually genuinely thought I deleted it. I know I deleted it, and then to get a message under it, I was like, but I've deleted it. You know, that's the only sort of downside on it, is that 30 people watched that. I'm surprised my subs aren't going, woo. Labradors, good dogs, eat a lot. They're always hungry, but then I know a little dog with a very short stick that I could poke that is convinced I'm starving her to death, when obviously I'm not. I think dogs are just perpetually hungry. Mind you, I had one with an eating disorder, so, you know, getting her to eat anything was difficult. So, ladies, how do you two know each other then? Or is that not a question I should be asking? I just don't know what to ask anymore. I am under here somewhere. It's just bloody cold. It is a small world, girls. I'm absolutely determined this is going to be an upbeat, nice chat today. So, yeah, I'm flexing my twig muscles. Sharpening my claws, look. Sound effects. I know. I just wondered how you know Marie, you know. What are you doing, Zedders? Oh, here we go. No, there's no cake crumbs down there, darling. It doesn't exist. It's in your head. Zeddy? Zeddy? What you doing? Zedley? She's so rude. Right, come up here and say hello. If you're going to be awake, come and say hello. Come on, up. Hello. Right. You're going to wave at people because it's Auntie Riddick and a friend of hers. I'll bribe you, of course. Do you want that? Wait, said, yeah, wavy, wavy. Morning, people, she says. There you go, bud. I would suggest you go back to sleep because we've got a very busy day, little girl, all right? Yeah, we have. She goes, but Mummy, I'm still tired from yesterday. We'll go to sleep then, little sleepy girl. She goes, well, Mummy, I feel I've got to watch and make sure nothing goes wrong. What, are you going to start clicking here and there, are you? Your Auntie YY used to do that, turn me off. Sorry, girls. Yes, I know about the logos. It's brilliant. You know, I like arty things. It's good. What are you doing awake? She goes, well, I'm just checking, Mummy, that everything's okay. Everything's all right, darling. You don't need to worry. Because you do, don't you? You worry. Everything you feel. And look, Mummy's all right, okay? So what's this black patch, though, on your nose? I will get the bleach bottle out and bleach it. Don't get black spots on your nose, all right? But, you know, it's okay if you get one. Honest. It's okay if you get one. I don't mind. Stop trying to smooch up for a bit of cake smell. Now you know what cake smells like, but you're never having any. Sorry, ladies. My battery totally died to the point it actually turned my phone off. So I had to charge it before I could even turn the damn thing on. I mean, it is 100 years old. Well, knock a naught off that. It's about 10 years old. And it's like the battery, because I've turned all the sound effects off, except for, you know, one bleep on a text. And hang on a minute, I'm being assaulted by my dogs. Yes, she does, Marie. She has one brown eye and she has 3/4 blue eye with a spot of brown. I mean, YY, who passed in March, she had two absolutely ice blue eyes and really pointed ears. She was a collie as well. And her older sister, Inky, had half blue and half brown eyes in both eyes, which is really unusual. I always go for slightly odd dogs, but this one has been a challenge. Even for me, she's been a challenge. But I needed a challenge. Easy dogs are not. Well, you know, I enjoy training them, but the thing is, I train them and they're ready in a year, and then I get another puppy and I end up with a pack. And Zed is at 2 is still keeping me on my toes. Yeah. I'm just tickling her tummy at the moment. Yeah, funny enough, as a pup, she had this huge like black mark down here, and the teenagers of the ridiculously horrible breeder that bred her, you know, they called her Goth. Of course, dogs need to grow into their markings, and she's got lovely markings, and she's beautiful, and she knows it. But she's a sweetheart, and I love her very much. And I'm sure there are 100 trainers out there that would say to me, you talk to her too much, you do this too much. But I'm not even going to start on the trainer wars because that's just something else altogether. You know, it's that standing joke. You've got 3 trainers in standing in a room and one's working the dog. And the only thing the other 2 trainers will agree on is that the third person training the dog is doing it wrong. It's ridiculous. I just won't get involved in any of that nonsense. You'll have to excuse me having my roll up, but I get like 2 hours a day, really, where I can relax, especially today. So it's a busy day today. So I am going to smoke, and I don't care. I'm home for jokes. Stu told me a joke yesterday, and I'm trying to remember. It was something to do with iceberg lettuce. But you know, the fact that I don't remember it kind of says it all. Or maybe it doesn't because I don't remember. You know, things drop through my mind if I want them to. Go on. Tell us a joke then, Riddick. I know she can type faster than this. She can sure as hell text damn quicker than I can. Yeah, Marie, you would, wouldn't you? You really would think trainers would support each other, but they don't. We've got this nasty divide between the purely positive people that think you shouldn't even say no to a dog and you should ignore bad behavior. And I'm a balanced trainer. I'm not afraid to say no. I'm not afraid to use the correction. They need a bit of discipline, otherwise they'll just walk all over you. But there is this huge battle going on, and it's not a good thing. It gives it uses the general public on what's right and what's wrong, and all the big societies, animal shelters and that, they're all purely positive, and if the dog can't be trained that way, it's put to sleep, and with a couple of corrections it would be fine. It does annoy me, but I won't go on about that. Come on then, Riddick, get this joke out, girl. We have a very similar sense of humor, so gosh, everybody is staying away, aren't they? Well, I'm going to have to be moderator tonight then. It's really nice to meet you, Marie. And are you in the whereabouts in the world are you, Marie? Are you UK or are you in the States? A ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender comes over and says, "Sorry, we don't serve food." Okay, Riddick, come on, step it up a level, love. I don't eat bread. It's got rubbish in it, isn't it? Bread, soya. I'm soya intolerant, so I don't eat bread. They fill everything full of junk. So, Marie, what do you feed your dogs? Are you a raw feeding person, or I've just been watching a very yeah, good. It's nice to have just some UK folk here, frankly. Just watching a very interesting video on commercial canned dog food, and the fact that the FDA has said, which is like, I don't actually know what it stands for, but I suppose it's similar to sort of DEFRA over here, about, the chemicals from rendering that are in dog food that hang on, Riddick, that is really bad for your dog. I really suggest everybody that you feed raw, either the bath diet. Oh, good girl, Marie. I feed raw. So important. Said to Scarfer, though, I give her a rack of lamb ribs and she's just wanting to get it down in her stomach as fast as possible. And I have to stand there saying, chew, chew. I sound like a train going, chew, 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 chew. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And she inhales anything that's ground, meat and ground bone. She's just like, it's gone. And then she jumps all over me. It's like, thanks, Mum, that was lovely. And I'm like, yes, okay, down, darling, down, darling. Yeah, I'll tell you something, Riddick. The thing is, there's so many artificial additives and colorings and things in food, in commercial food. You get none of that with raw. You know exactly what you're giving to your dog. It's like when I get a 700-gram tub of like working dog chicken, the only ingredients are chicken, cartilage, and bone. That's it. There's none else. Riddick has a little German Shepherd shark. Yeah, Marie, it's going through that really mouthy phase, or mouthing phase at 6 months old. Very difficult when you're on your own and raising a puppy, because Zed's the first one I've raised on my own, because my pack, I had my ex-husband here. Yeah, you do, Riddick. But honestly, scale of 1 to 10, Lexi's probably a 2 and Zed was probably a 12. So I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, literally, Zed would like get hold of my arms, full mouth bite, sink her teeth in and just rip back to the point, right, Marie, where my doctor was saying, Laura, you self-harming? And I had to say, only by puppy. Only by puppy. How is little Lexi today, Riddick? Yeah, and why do cannibals not eat clowns? Sorry, missed that. Well, I didn't miss it. I was just talking when as usual. I need a sip on my gob. I just talk and talk and talk. Riddick will tell you I just talk and talk and talk. They can be indeed. And the thing is, Marie, I mean, it's the first pup that I've actually bought from a breeder rather from, working farm, because her granddad is second in the world at herding. So she's a very drivey dog. And, they were in the corner, wallpaper pasting tables. That's what they had pushed into a corner of a kitchen. It was awful. Yeah, good to hear, Riddick. Mm-hmm. No more than 1 raw egg a week, Riddick. Okay. I'd give raw eggs a rest for a good couple of weeks. Let her stomach settle. I also think, because Zed started biting the breeder, and I actually think the breeder might have smacked her a couple of times, and I don't agree with that. There's no need for that. She had to fight for every bit of food she had and every drink of water. Do you know, they withheld water the day that I picked her up, and the poor little girl was drooling with thirst. Yeah. Won't be using a breeder ever again. I mean, her dad works 300 to 600 sheep every day, and her mum is actually, a dam. It's just actually a nasty piece of work for a dog. I don't like saying that, but she wasn't a gentle mother. She was quite snappy and snarling with the pups, and I think that, what they learn as soon as they open their eyes from their parents is how they're going to be. And I had to get all of that out of her. But she's a good girl now. Where is everybody? I did tell names. Susie, if she didn't feel up to it, that she didn't have to. I think Riddick is having. It is so difficult when you're on your own raising a pup, because you just don't get a break. It is, it's just continuous, and it is what it is. But it is hard work. I was exhausted. Raising Zed has aged me about 10 years, seriously, and that was in a year. I had to take a year off here to sort her out. It was that bad. She had pica or pica, depending how you want to say it. I had to sort that out. Her chasing behavior was horrendous. And like when she hit 5 months, which is obviously when hormones start getting involved, she wanted to chase everything from prams, bikes to industrial mowers. So I had to sort that out as well. But she's doing all right. She has her weird days, like her mother. I'll let Riddick answer that one. We just had a little problem. I'm not even going to call it a big problem, but I think I've got it sorted. I think. But I actually had to start giving people moderator abilities, because we were just getting hit so hard yesterday. And it wasn't nice. It was rude and crude. And Totally unnecessary, but Riddick hasn't done anything, I don't think. It's just some completely unintelligent person that clearly needs to get a life. Yes, she is very intelligent. I have selective intelligence. I can be intelligent about some things, and sometimes it depends on how interested I am in a subject. If I'm not interested, I get that glazed look. It's like, oh, yeah, all right, whatever. You know, just watched a really funny video of somebody trying to put harness on their husky, and the little husky. What is it called? Archer, the baby husky, and it's just clearly saying to its owner, "I ain't putting that on. I'm not putting it on. You can stuff it." And it is quite funny. Reminds me of her. She will not wear a harness. Marie, she won't even wear a service dog vest or anything. She's like, nope, not wearing it. She'll start alligator rolling if I put anything like that on. So it's not going to happen, is it? I don't think she understands how people would look on her with awe and admiration if she had service dog, support dog, medical assistance dog written all over her. I have tried to explain to her, to a dog that absolutely hates the rain and gets out the car, turns around and gets back in again if it is raining, that she would get less wet with a vest on. No, harnesses. I took her into Pets at Home to try on a harness when she was a pup, and she nearly tore the shop apart. She was literally doing so many alligator rolls. She was going underneath the stands. She goes, Mummy, don't tell everybody that. All right, I'll shut up now. I'm sorry, dear. Like being married. Bless you, Riddick. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. People will either come or they won't. It's up to them. And, I'm just not being chased off my channel or anything else by anyone else. So don't worry about it. Don't overthink about it, love. So what have you been doing today, Marie? And what on earth are you doing up at this ridiculous time of day? Have you heard there's a whale in the Thames, people? There's a whale in the Thames, a beluga whale in the Thames in Essex. That's where Zed comes from, Essex. Of course, I have to get that out of her. I hope no one's from Essex. This is where somebody turns around and says, oh, I come from Essex, and then I have to go and hide behind the couch. Yes, some humans. I often say, yeah, it's been on the news. It's like a white beluga whale, and it's in the Thames. It's not very healthy in the Thames, though. It'd be better out going out to, mind you, the oceans are full of plastic, so I don't know where it needs to go. Far, far, far away. Probably to another planet somewhere. Yeah, it's a bit of a thing to think of a whale in the Thames, isn't it? I've got all my layers on again because it's damn cold out down here. So what part of the country are you from, Marie? Because I'm down south on the coast. I'm surprised Fate's not here. I've got to be honest. Fate, I'm calling you. I just don't think dear Susie can deal with it. You know, she's a very gentle soul, and she was very upset by it all. But, you know, life is full of little problems, isn't it? Or piles of crap, whichever way you want to look at it, ladies. And we just have to, work through it each, day by day. It's what it is. You're in Edinburgh. Yeah, Sleep and me don't particularly get on either, Marie. I try and fail at it. Mostly fail at it. I mean, I got a couple of hours, but then woke up having an asthma attack, and I thought, oh, great, wonderful, lovely, thank you so much. Yeah, working nights is difficult because it does completely mess up your body clock, doesn't it? So I've heard. I mean, Stuart used to work like swing shifts, and it, oh, ridiculous. Most people, some people are worth feeling for. Others just aren't even worth your time. I've told you that. Hello? Oh, here we go. Jerry, really? Is that kind of, you think, anything like even interesting? Here we go. Why apologise and then start again? I don't think this is the same person because it was on about Anytime. And I've been hit with this because I used to talk to this girl. She's got a channel on here, Anytime. And, she's got some serious health problems. And we used to keep in touch. And occasionally I get hit with something to do with her that's always really crude. Sorry, ladies. I'm going to have to put myself in as a moderator. Hold on a minute. I was a Billy Open. I wouldn't have to put myself in as a damn moderator. Add moderator. Yes. Oh my God, I've just made her an F-ass moderator. That's not what I wanted. Hey, you're not a moderator now, my dear. Ha 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 ha. You're such a complete silly cow. Yeah. Right. I'm going to have to type something and then put myself in as a moderator. Hold on, people. Ay, ay, ay. With one. So I've got to write a comment to even put myself in as a damn moderator. Won't let me. Extraordinary. Nope. Who fancies being a moderator tonight? Anybody? Sorry about that, Marie and Riddick. Nothing to do with you, Riddick. That isn't okay. So don't even go down the path. So Jerry, you can just do one, all right? Because it's like yawn. Go and read a book and get intelligent. Yeah, absolutely, Maria. I mean, I can only apologize, but it's like it's so unintelligent, and that's what gets me. It's people have a brain. It is boring. I'm not even going to respond. React to that. It's just blah. It's stupid. It's ignorant. It shows a humongous lack of intelligence. Yeah, but Ollie, I don't know who you are, my love. So if you could introduce yourself, where you're from, what you do. Be polite about it, though, because you get kicked off. Usually I've got 2 moderators in, but they're not here this evening, so I've got to do it all myself, so behave yourself. That sounds harsh, but we've had a bit of trouble. So you're welcome. I know. Do you know, I have an ethic, right? If you wouldn't say it to someone on the street, to their face, don't say it online. It's as simple as that. You know, keyboard warriors, it's not really much of a warrior, is it? You know. So, Ollie, would you like to introduce yourself? And, you know, do you have a dog? What do you do? Where are you from, please? Do you have a dog, Ollie? Isle of Wight. I've been hearing things about the Isle of Wight in the news, and I can't remember what it's about. Just can't, but I remember hearing about it. What's it like over there, Ollie? Having never been there. Ah, you're a border collie lady. Yeah. I suppose I'm a bit of a border collie specialist, really. You kind of need to be. Once you've had a border collie, you're ruined for anything else. What colour collies have you got? Standard or Merles? What? Overrated, Marie. They are not what you think. You can have a wolf over here, or a hunt. You just cannot insure. You cannot let them off the lead, and they would be the worst guard dog or wolf that they would just run away. Their instinct is to run rather than protect. So, you know, a channel you might enjoy, Marie, is Annika Svenska, Animal Watch presenter. She has a channel on here, and she's got what's the name of the breed now? I am so lacking in sleep. She's got some wolf hybrids. She knows a lot about wolves because, of course, we've got a sanctuary over here. Just got banned from driving. I got banned for 10 years and I can't even drive. But hey ho. I always get blue moles for some reason. They're known to be a little bit more difficult than the black and whites. Are your collies working line or kennel club bred, you know, type? I only get working line dogs personally. Yeah, Annika Svenska, amazing lady, but she does get some of her facts wrong occasionally. She's a lovely looking woman. Ah, yeah. Now, my collie comes out. Her granddad was second in the world at herding, and really, in hindsight, what I should have done, because that's the one thing I don't know how to do, is shepherdessing. I should have learned and become a freelance shepherdess, and then I could have earned a living moving around the country, working with her, because it's just natural to her core. Absolutely natural. I've had to work so hard to sort her chasing behavior out. Oh, it'd be lovely to, I mean, she's 2, she's just turned 2. And, that's obviously a little bit old to start herding, but she picks things up in 2 minutes. Absolutely. They're an amazing breed. I love collies. They can be very neurotic, though, if not properly fulfilled, but you'll know that. She's all right. Riddick. Yeah, they are lovely looking. I've had a lot of collies, yeah. I had a pack of 3 that saved my life, put me back together, and were the most. They worked so well together. One was, the top dog was a collie cross terrier off a working farm, cattle farm. The other 2 came off farms. They were sisters, but a year apart, and just an amazing pack. So I had a puppy every year for 3 years, and it was wonderful. Yeah, I just love collies. There's something, they're so intelligent, they're so in tune with you. And if you get it right, trying a collie, you can't ask for a better animal. You really can't. A better companion, a better, everything. I mean, she's only 2, Ollie. She's already saved my life once. She's an amazing little girl. She's been difficult, though, to say the very least. Yeah. And of course, as you know, Ollie, you can't breed blue merle to blue merle either. Yeah, I agree with that, Riddick, as well. It's another border collie lady. It's lovely to talk to someone who knows about collies. I absolutely adore my Zed. She's just beautiful. I mean, because I lost Cameron. Please go and get a life and stop being so ridiculous. It's kind of boring. Here we go again. My. Why have I got everything in blue here? That's it. Do you want to be a moderator, Riddick? But you have to behave yourself, love. I don't want to have to put a rain on. It was offensive, Ollie, and I'm not repeating it because it was just very, very, very rude. I'm going to put you in as a moderator, Riddick. Hold on. You're now a moderator, but be good, Riddick, all right? Because I could take it away from you. I don't know what's going on. It's good enough for me, my lovely. Sorry about that, Ollie. We have a little problem here with a complete idiot that likes to come on here and be obscene, frankly. But we just remove it and move on. No, Riddick, you wouldn't. All I can do is apologise, Ollie. I'm very sorry for that. I'm glad you didn't see what they said. It was absolutely disgusting. People that even think like that concern me. I always come up with some song when I'm kicking someone off, don't I? It's probably a bad habit because we all know that I can't sing. Even Zed tells me I can't sing. She's like, Mummy, really? Mind you, you should hear her when it's time to go out and she's like, oh. Yeah, there are, Ollie, a lot of silly people. And it's, I like to come and have just a nice, gentle chat and, for people to come into a safe place. And then you get these complete unintelligent idiots, right, with no life, come on here and try and stir everybody up. And it's just not going to work. I'm not rising to it at all. That's right, isn't it, Miss Sedley? She is. That's right, Mummy. No, that's just something that just sprung to mind. I used to be able to sing. I had a lovely voice. As I said, before I got damn chest problems, I had such a severe chest infection. And after that, my voice just completely changed and became quite gravelly. I'm really trying not to put my arm over the arm of the settee. I'm going to have to do something with it because it's actually a bit uncomfortable. Sorry, people. It's just having a little shuffle around. Why are you so awake down there, Miss Sedley? Why are you so awake? Yes, well, what are you doing? You're just looking after your mummy, aren't you? She goes, yes, mummy, it's my job. It is your job, darling, but you're allowed to sleep as well. She goes, well, I'm a bit bored with that now, mummy. Oh, you want to tickle tummy? Hold on, people. I've got tickle tummy duties now. Yeah. Now, it's been proven that dogs are dying 10% earlier than they used to, like a decade ago. It's all down to over-vaccination and everything else. But I won't start about that. She's holding my hand. It's ever so sweet. She does it in the car. She holds my hand in the car. It's lovely. Ollie, she's very difficult about habit shit. Right. We have a little problem cutting claws. 10 isn't a good age, Marie, at all. My first two dogs lived to be 17 and 19. And I didn't do any boosters and none of that. Nothing. They were never ill. They never had a problem. And we bought what, my lovely? What's wrong, Riddick? Is anything wrong or everything? Yeah, because I was just saying to Ollie, got a little problem over cutting her claws, and of course, how collies can be extremely sensitive to being restrained. They had to be cut, and thank you, darling. Up at the raw food shop, there's a vet nurse there, and we cut her claws because they had to be done. Now I'm going to have to undo that damage, but she did offer up one paw to me without me holding her paws and let me cut her dew claw. So I'm making a game of it and I'll get there. So thank you, Riddick, about my arm. I keep damaging my arm sticking it over there. Hello, welcome. Now I know this is a safe person because they've been commenting on my channel. Nice to see you. How are you? You all right? Whacker Gravity. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, tell me. We've got Riddick as moderator because we've got an absolute, I'm going to bite and say idiot coming on here, being rather obscene. I've got to be honest, Riddick, I don't think it's who you think it is. I really don't. This is to do with Anytime and something else altogether. So, So, am I saying that right, Whacker Gravity, or is it something else? But anyway, that's great. I do like to get people's names right. I might forget it again, but I try my best. So how's thing? I'm assuming you've got a dog. We've got collie owners, German Shepherd owners, Labrador owners. What have you got? It's actually nice to be talking about dogs on my dog training channel. Doesn't happen very often. I haven't put a video up for a while. Ooh, curiosity. My nose is twitching, Riddick. Oh, Facebook. My pet hate on the planet is Facebook. Not now. I used to support her. She had she has a channel. I mean, she's not very well. She's got some mental health problems and some physical health problems, and and then suddenly out of the blue, I've even had it on my channel, is really sexually explicit nastiness. I just don't want to read that, you know. I mean, Anna used to email me. She doesn't anymore. So who knows? A lot of people do that. They email me, then they fall away. And, you know, that's after they've picked my brains to death over how to cure every problem their dog's got. What? Now, everybody knows these are not really my reading glasses because I don't actually have any because I buy all my glasses from Poundland. One teacup of what? Unique. What the hell is that? What is Unique? I feel like Googling that. Never heard of it. It looks like an N. It could be two R's. I'm getting blind as a bat, people. Found a little bat outside my back door. The other day it was a crow. Oh. Hey, Yorkie. Thank you, Riddick. You see, this is the... Yeah, right. I was thinking you're having a cup of something to drink. Whacker gravity. That's just worrying. It's seriously worrying. It's nice to have dog people on here. It's nice. This is going well. From the, you know, I'm going to start getting insulting to these people that like just butt in. But it does seem that as soon as they see there's a moderator on here, they kind of back off a bit. So yeah, don't start making up your own dictionary, Riddick. We've had enough of that. Riddick, I'm going to assume, have you explained to Whacker what's been going on? Oops. Give me my chat back. Well, nothing wrong with having a raccoon. Why not? I mean, I'm having problems with... I had a baby crow stuck in the garden the other night, and I was really worried about it. All it was soaked through. And I had a bat last night. Okay. It's nice to know that somebody else knows what's been going on. Thank you, darling, for the text. I've got a very sore thumb, Riddick. I've got a broken shoulder and a sore thumb. Ugh. Never mind. Even sitting like this, it hurts. I don't know what to do with it. I really don't. I think it needs kind of strapping like that. I think I've damaged something in is it the rotator cuff? I don't know what it's called. I know more about a dog's body than I do a human's body, but I think I've damaged something pretty badly. Or re-damaged something. I think that's the better way of putting it. But, you know, the fact that it hurts this much and it's coming through the morphine, it's like it must be really, really bad. Oh, well. Yeah, Riddick, I'm glad you know have spoken to Whacker about it because, you know, that's a good thing. Get another perspective on it. Have you noticed somebody hasn't arrived, Riddick? You know who I mean. Oh, 2-year-olds. That's like teenage puppy time, isn't it? 2-year-olds. You got your handful, Marie, then. I think dogs should stay at about 2 years old for a long, long time. Good, good. I mean, one has to ask, where is it? I can't call it a he or a she. That person is only worthy of an it. You know. No sign, eh? Interesting. Yeah, let's hear about the raccoon whacker. You can train a raccoon. I have seen it done using clicker training, which is basically marker training with a device. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see how long they, maybe they got a phone call. Maybe they got an email. Who knows? I don't care neither. I'm just not buying into that bullshit anymore. Excuse my language there, ladies. That was a slip. I just hope something I said when I did respond has got through. That's all. Riddick, have you ever thought, have you ever wanted children? Oh, I can't remember now, Ollie. Sorry, I sit here and I have no filter. It's whatever in my head comes out my mouth. I think I swore and apologized. I shouldn't swear. That's just a bin being put out, said, all right. Notice the lack of barking. She does, it's a bin being put out, and she looks at me as like, Mum, have you got it sorted? Bless her. Wow. My dog isn't allowed anything human because of all the additives. So she is only allowed to have raw food. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Thank you, Riddick. That was just a little bit obscene, wasn't it? Now I'm a pedo as well. Clearly, that could be our friend back. Honestly. Just to let you know, people, it's very possible the police are watching this live stream, so just be a little bit cautious what you put in the comments if any of you have been naughty people. Because I was advised not to do this, but, I do my own thing, so just letting you know. Yeah, me too, Whacker. Absolutely hate it. Disrespect and being rude are real high on my pet hate. I'm fine, honestly. Don't worry about it, Riddick. That was just a little bit obscene and a bit close to the bone in view of what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Water off a duck's back here, babe. Water off a duck's back. I've had far worse said. The thing is, when people come out with these stupid comments, and they are, they're designed to hurt. They think to come out with something like that, the fact that they can even write that makes me wonder what their mind is like, that they would even think that. Do you know what I mean? Many a true word is spoken in jest. That saying is very true. I'm beginning to think many a word a troll says from their point of view, that shows a lot about the way their mind thinks. For them to say something like that, What kind of sicko are they? You know, it's a sad world we live in, people. It really is. But we're not going to get negative tonight. That is not happening. These glasses are so uncomfortable. It is shameful, Ollie. I absolutely agree. And it's just so unnecessary. You know, I started these live chats in the early morning for people who couldn't sleep. No, the idiots don't count. And that's the thing, Marie. You know, I started these live chats, right, to give people that are either on their own, can't sleep, got PTSD or got problems, just to come and be in a safe place. That was exactly my idea. And, you know, it was going tickety-boo. And then, you know, we had one night where we got heavily trolled. Riddick, I've left that live stream up because I got very upset, and it shows said doing some lovely support work. And that's the reason I left it up, because it does show said doing some lovely support work. But God, I got angry, and because I couldn't get my hands around their throat, I ended up in tears. Nothing worse than wanting to like really thump someone, and it's a keyboard warrior and you can't get hold of them. You know, I could use any of these people. I could tie them up and use them as a decoy. That would be a big answer to my problem, wouldn't it, Riddick? catch one of these idiots, and I could tie him to the tree in my garden. We had this person called Stan, this man called Stan, who said was a poor dog because I smoke, basically, and he was running me into the ground, and because I got upset, Zed jumped in and started doing support work and licking my tears, and using body weight to support me. I mean, yeah, people just like to cause a problem, Ollie. They really do. I mean, a lot of people think, Laura, why do you even pick a collie to do medical assistance, service work and support work? Because they're damn intelligent is why. And I like also a dog that's going to protect me. And you know yourself, collies can be very protective, and Zed is being trained to be protective. So, yeah, it weren't very nice. It was just the total frustration, Riddick, of not being able to get my hands on the idiot. He wouldn't have said that to me in the street. No way at all. So, I'm just going to look at it in a different way. I'm always extremely polite. Just the one at the moment, Ollie. I had a pack of 3, 2, full border collies and a crossbred collie. I've just got said, but as I said, she was a very difficult puppy. Had she not been, I would probably have put another pack together, but she still challenges me. She's willful, independent, likes to say, no, mummy, I'm not going to do that. And then I have to, get a bit of raw something out. And she's like, if that's venison, I'll do it for you. Isn't that right, Miss Ed? She goes, Mummy, he's telling people things. Yes, but this is another collie dog owner. And her collies actually run sheep, Zed. She goes, well, I'd run sheep, but you've stopped me chasing things. I believe that too. Hi, Lucas. How are you today? You all right? It's going okay. Wacko, I'm just training Zed. Doing trick work with your dog builds an amazing amount of confidence and bond with you and your dog. And, it's good fun. Obviously, she does obedience work and everything else, and she does lovely work. I'm just trying to get together the funds to buy a camcorder so I can show her working on the fields. Because at the moment, I've only got my webcam, so it's like, just getting the funds together, which after today is just going to be difficult. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, everything hurts today. Oh, that's right, Lucas, you're from Ireland. How are your pit bulls? Are they okay? Pups okay? Don't talk to me about dust when I've got a bit of grit under my space bar. Yeah, good. Glad they're okay. Did you sort out the 2 male dogs problem? Gonna have to separate them. Yeah, saying we got 4 people in. That looks right. But my numbers lie to me sometimes, so who knows? Good girl said, thank you. Yeah, well done, mate. Can't have that. You just end up with a big vet bill and a big problem. You know, it's for you to tell your dogs that are arguing that you're in charge and you know they have to obey your rules, boundaries, and limitations. They have to accept that. I mean, I've had all bitch packs and never had a problem. You know, everybody says, "Oh, you can't have all bitches," and I have never had a problem because they all know who's in charge. This tiny little woman with a huge, great sort of vibe that says, "No, you're not doing that." You know. You got to match that intensity with your energy, if you understand what I mean, Lucas. We've all got an energy, and people need to learn how to use it. It's what dogs understand. Shouting at them doesn't work. If you shout at fighting dogs, or you use any kind of aggressiveness, or it just intensifies them. Yeah, I've been doing it since I was 6 years old, Marie. So yeah, won my first Handler Award when I was 8. So it's a lifetime. And I still study. I'm reading books now on vaccinations, dog food industry, written by the founder of Canine Health Concern, which is a UK-based place. Thank you, Vedic. If anybody's got any real interest in learning about dog food and what's really going on with vaccinations, I would really suggest reading The Tip of the Needle by Catherine O'Driscoll. You can Google Canine Health Concern and check it out for yourself. I've done a book done a video on my channel, must read books on dog health and welfare, and there's a link underneath that to the Canine Health Concern. They're not expensive books either. She doesn't charge ridiculous amounts for her books, and they're big books. I mean, I'll show you. Just hold on, people. I mean, this is the one I'm reading at the moment. Tip of the Needle. See, when in my videos I have words round the right way, and it's an absolutely excellent book. I think we can all share stuff on here. I won't speak for Riddick, though. She's grown up enough to speak for herself on occasion. Yeah, I would, Riddick. There's some great books out there. There really is. And everybody in the UK, really, you need to look into Canine Health Concern. It is, there is so much information there, and it's just incredible. I'm an honorary member, so thank you, Riddick. You're quicker than I am about this, Riddick, clearly. Okay, Whacker, you get a good night's, good morning's rest, okay? And it's been really nice of you to join the live stream, and I look forward to getting to know you, okay? You have a good day as well. Thank you for joining. Clearly, lady. Well, we've got Lucas in, haven't we? But other than that, it's ladies' night. Night. Are you saying night, Lucas? Oh, you're saying night to them. I do get confused because I'm reading all of it and it's like, who's talking to who? What's going on? It's nice to meet new people. So they're coming in under different names now. That's a little bit familiar, Riddick, isn't it? It's all right, because I'll just forward the apology the same way the other emails went. They go the same way. I think it is now, because they keep changing their name. They're going off and, yeah. Something wrong with humanity. I've been saying that for a very long time. There's something wrong with humanity. Stick me on an island with 100,000 dogs and I'd be understanding every single one of them. Yeah, it does. And I'm just, don't worry about it, Ollie. It's just an annoyance. Just ignore it. That's what they want you to do, because though we throw them off, they can still sit on the sidelines and listen. Who are you going to give loads of hugs to, Riddick? Do you want an argument? Anyway, I didn't really do that just then. Teasing you, Riddick. I'm already sorting that, Marie. I have forwarded it all to the police. Yeah, they're looking into it. It's all being taken care of, Ollie. It's all being taken care of. I was taking care of it yesterday, because a said person was actually private emailing me, and I rang the police, had a very long chat with them, explained everything, and I had to forward all the emails to the police. So, they said to me, can you not live stream whilst we investigate? And here I am live streaming. So let's say hi to the police, because they hi and thank you. So, because I'm sure they're probably watching. But Marie, all help is welcome if it's from the proper authorities. Yeah, crazy people. Yeah, I am getting the police to deal with it, Marie, because it got quite serious, and I wasn't having it. I got assertive yesterday. I don't know why people keep trying, though. They're just going to get kicked off. And frankly, they just make themselves look very, very silly and unintelligent. You know what I mean? It's kind of boring. Oh, how on earth do you do it? I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. I've been thinking about, that idea, Riddick, I had of doing a giveaway of a free Skype session, with me. I'm just imagining who could actually end up winning it. And I'm thinking, I'm having a second thought on that one. Wouldn't that be interesting? But obviously, I don't want anybody like that to get my Skype address. I mean, obviously, blocking people on Skype's a very simple thing. So, really, what's your 1K members about? What's the subject of it? News to me. See, I learn something every day. I've got to do something with the shoulder. Perhaps I'm going to have to find a cushion or something to put on because it's like really hurting. Hold on, people. I've got to find something to do with my arm. Put my arm on that, see if it feels better. That's better. Yeah, she's nice to people. What Riddick needs to learn, though, is to be nice to herself. Oh, pack it in, Riddick. Oh, dear. Ah, oh, bless you. You just you need to have some faith in self, but we've discussed that. So yeah, but so what's the group about, Riddick? If you want to say on here, if you don't, that's fine. Text it. Okay. Do you know something? I got quite addicted to a Facebook video game called Castleville. I got really addicted to that, and I had 3 dogs looking at me as though, what is wrong with that woman? So I stopped it. And then I got hacked on Facebook and had money stolen out of my account. I had to get crime reference number to give to the bank to get my money back, which, you know, it happens, but you have to wait over a month to get your money back. No, she's quite right too, Marie. You know, you have to have rules. You have to. What, Riddick, dear? No, someone's left because we've had a number drop. So they've gone away to create a new identity and they're going to come back and drop another one. So get ready with your button, Riddick. I just refuse to be eaten. I'm not having that. I'm just not. I'm not having the hassles. I'm not going to be chased off YouTube. Yeah, exactly, Riddick. That's what I try and do as well, is make it a nice place and, you know, an upbeat, fun place to be. But you're going to get stupid idiots that come in and, you know, just want kind of to hurt everybody. And it's so unnecessary. You know, it just shows a lack of life or a lack of spirit, a lack of compassion, a lack of so much. You know, I wouldn't even want to know a human being like that. Maybe I should join Facebook, join in your group and do what you do. You see that, Marie? That's how it should be. That is so how it should be, that people that want to help each other, not hurt each other. There's enough of that in the world. You don't need to go looking for it. Wow. I mean, it's, yeah. See, I didn't know Reddit ran a group. That's because I talk too much. That's why. What sort of game is it then, girls? You could have me as a moderator. I'd be throwing everybody out. It's that protectivity thing again, isn't it? You know. I'm kind of wondering, Riddick, if this is fierce. I'm just wondering. Who knows? I don't know. We're down to 2 people now. That can't be right. Well, it might be right. It could just be us, ladies. Oh, right, we've got a 3rd person coming in, Riddick. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's when it gets, sometimes it's got to 7 or 8 people on here, and I have a problem keeping up with it, frankly. I am missing Vate though. His like, his humor and that. Yeah, 4, Riddick. It'd be nice to hear from Vate. I hope he's all right. You know what I mean? I hope he hasn't had any more pranks pulled on him. Poor bloke. You people, if you want to join in the conversation, please do, provided you're polite and dignified. We like a little bit of dignity and humility here. I've got a mosquito in here. I usually come off worse with those damn things. Oh, I see. Yeah, possibly, Riddick. I mean, he's got a video. Yeah, Fate. Yeah, I mean, that video put up of the drones. When he had the pranks and the pranksters setting fireworks off, he's actually videoed, what the drones were seeing. And like one of them did a 360, and I actually felt a little bit sick. Hi, Ivy and Jameson. How are you two doing? Hope you're being good kids. But it's nice. It's good to see you guys. Just a word of caution, Ivy and Jameson. This could be being watched by the police because there's been a bit of an incident. So just be careful what you say, please. Yep, we're okay. Hi, Ollie. You back? Yeah, I'm glad you're back. Oh, if you went anywhere. But yeah, Ivy and Jameson are a couple of very naughty teenagers. And I'm just saying to them, be careful what you say on here, just in case this is being monitored by the police, because I've had to report an incident. So it could be okay, guys. So be careful what you say. Okay. Yeah, Marie. Yeah, okay. They do make a very good, thanks. Funny noise. Ooh, it's all mysterious. Yes, right. Drones. Where one of the places where I trained, they used to like fly drones, and they make a very strange noise. And the first, Zed, bless her, was frightened of the first plane that flew overhead, and she just ran away, but she came back. So, again, it's like the police helicopter. I get it to fly over. When they're flying over, I give them a thumbs up and an okay, and they come down and hover, and Zed does a little wavy for them, and they wave back, and it's been helping her get used to it. So she's an out and out sheepdog, really, to be blunt. But she does, she's very relaxed indoors, and she's great out on a walk. But she does need, a firm control. Okay, all right, that's fine, Riddick. Yeah, it's an odd noise though. So, Ollie, with your collies, how often a day do you use them for actually herding? It must have been awful when we had that hot weather. I mean, Zed was positively wilting. I'd love to learn how to. I mean, she knows her left and right. She knows the send away. You know, she does the run out really. Intelligence, Marie. Absolute intelligence. The intelligence of a collie. They're the most intelligent breed in the world, without exception. And Zed is particularly intelligent. And it's difficult. This is difficult because, you know, she loves to learn. And she picks things up in like, I mean, it took me 38 minutes over 3 sessions in 3 days. And it's on my channel, training. 38 minutes to teach her formal scent discrimination using scent cloths. That's all it took, 38 minutes from scratch. Yeah, yeah. A brown collie. Why do you want a brown collie? I mean, most collies have a white ruff. Yeah, most intelligent breed in the world. That's shadow of a doubt. And I'm sure that Ollie will, you know, will verify that. I love their intelligence. They're not afraid to make eye contact. It doesn't mean the same to a collie. It's not a threat. I mean, when we're doing heel work, Zed's eyes are absolutely locked on me, and it's like an energy flow passing between us. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Good, good. We're just talking about collies and their intelligence. I think once you've had a good border collie, all breeds kind of just, you're a bit spoilt once you've had a good collie. Definitely. Yeah, the sheep worrying thing is a bother. You know, dogs either need to be kept on control or their prey drive sorted out with some kind of aversive. You know, it needs to be controlled, because just because sheep might be something that end up on a table doesn't mean to say they're not entitled to some kind of decent life. You know, I don't know whether you have a meat stock sheep or shearing, you know, wool flock. I don't know. Oh yeah, I know that, darling. I know it's not your dogs. Gosh, Collie, you know, I mean, it's like I said with her chasing. Does she hurt anything? No, she would. The only time she gets a bit funny if she, you know, in the past she's chased a jogger, and the jogger's turned around and got offensive with me, and I've got offensive back, and then Zed will go and chase him again and be like, "Don't speak to my mum like that." Now, of course, I know your dogs didn't do it, darling. I was just saying, you know, there is this issue with sheep worrying with people's pets, you know, and it's not fair to do it to the sheep, you know. I've been through that, Marie. I mean, Zelly, my little collie cross terrier, ended up with stitches right across her throat from a Rottweiler cross. Literally, you know, was on a lead, broke out of its own owner's hand, and was all over Zelly. And the owner was on top, and my dog was underneath. It was really bad. I had a word with the police about him, and he got just a little bit told off. I hate seeing dogs fight. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it, Riddick. Just there's a bit of me that's just waiting for the next one and thinking, yawn, don't waste my time. You know what I mean? I mean, compared to last night, it's actually been not too bad. Yeah, I think being introduced to dogs from okay, Lucas is going to come up with something. Is it a riddle, Lucas? No, never had any of my dogs reported. Oh, I had someone who tried. He tried to report my dog, and it backfired very badly on him. They were trying to say Zed was an aggressive dog because she's protection trained, and it backfired really badly because I just turned around and said, "That's fine, I'll ring the police myself," and they ended up getting in a pile of trouble. So, yeah. People love to try and cause me trouble. I actually told someone that joke, Lucas, yesterday. I told it to Stuart. I said, what's a room with no windows and no door? Seriously, Riddick, I did. And he was scratching his head. And I was like, it's a mushroom. I've heard some good jokes in my time. It's just I don't remember them. No, darling, I can't have caffeine because of my heart. Because I've already had one heart attack, and after I had to have Inky put down. So, no, I have to have decaf coffee. So, no, thank you. It's overrated. It's just caffeine. It's full of rubbish. Ollie, out of interest as a working farmer, yeah, what vaccines do you give your dogs? A box without hinges, key or lid, but golden treasure hid. Come on then, Lucas, put that out our misery. Clearly, I'm having a thick morning. Box without hinges, key or lid, but golden treasures hid. A box without keys or lid. Don't know. You're gonna have to tell me. Some riddles I can get rid of, but that one, if I thought about it long enough, I would work it out. But my mind's very much on what's happening later today at the moment, to be honest. Box without hinges, key or lid. I'm not a great believer in golden treasure. It's an egg. I don't eat those either. That's probably why it's not working for me. Thank you, darling. Has Ollie gone? Ollie, are you still here? I don't know whether she's here or not. Oh yeah, Ollie, I was just saying, as obviously you've got working sheepdogs, yeah. Do you what do you vaccinate them with? Do you just do parvo or what? Most farmers that I've met, they just do the parvo and that's it. I'd never have got that, Lucas, because I don't eat eggs. I wouldn't have even thought about it. Do any of you know what nosodes are out of interest? I'm just throwing it out there. It's an alternative to vaccinating. It just has to be done 3 weeks and you need to see a homeopathic vet. But, there are alternatives to vaccines. However, of course, titer test is the way to go, titers. No, a lot of people haven't, darling. And, I think pups need their puppy shots, but after that, just titer. What I've been reading in that book about how they grow these live vaccines, on you know, like cat livers, brain matter, like dead animals, they literally are growing vaccines on there. So it's like they offer you a flu shot and you're like, they say, are you allergic to eggs? They don't say, are you allergic to brain matter, or are you allergic to, feline leukemia? They don't ask you any of that, do they? It's disgusting what's going on. It is, And vets, right, if they sell this certain drug or any drug, they get 3 ski holidays a year paid for by that pharmaceutical company that is promoting that drug. It is so corrupt, the whole animal welfare system, the pet food industry and everything. It's really corrupt. Vets get paid to suggest science plan and all of that. So I'm learning loads about you, Riddick. If I actually let you open your mouth on a phone call, I'd learn more, wouldn't I? Ollie, they don't need them, Seriously. Scientifically been proven that all vaccines given last a minimum of 7 years, if not the lifetime of an animal. So, but just giving you the info. I'd be doing some research, Ollie, because the amount of damage it causes to the dogs, it can cause it causes immunology problems. It causes arthritis. It causes cancer. All sorts of things. Bordetella, total waste of time. It's doggy cold. My vet don't even bother doing Bordetella. And lepto is something that can be cured with antibiotics. Another one that doesn't need to be done. I don't dictate. I just have the knowledge I have. And Zed will never have another vaccine. She will be titer tested when she's 5 or 6. And she'll have nothing till then. Nothing. Zed's out a lot. A lot. So I'd do some research, Ollie. That's all I'm going to suggest. Okay. Look up Ronald Schultz. That's spelled SHULTZ, Schultz. He's a vet and has scientifically proven that all vaccines last a minimum of 7 years. So what you're doing is actually paying for your vet's holiday, just so you know. That's all you're doing. You're not helping your dogs, darling, just to let you know. Yeah, your vet will probably say, no. Just say the words Catherine O'Driscoll and Canine Health Concern and watch him go like this. That's exactly what you get. Or say Ronald Schultz and he'll be, there goes another holiday. Yeah, it is a very corrupt place, really. You ain't kidding. Disgusts me. Absolutely disgusts me. The government hides so much and people just aren't aware of it. People tend to follow along like little sheep, and it's like, the vet says this, so I'm going to do it. They never stand there and say, well, I don't get vaccinated every year for anything, so why are you doing it to my dog? Because once a dog's got immunity, it's immune. You don't need to keep topping it up. That's the thing. You just don't. Yeah, weather manipulation, yeah. Yeah, good night, Lucas. Take care of those male dogs, okay? Firm but fair with them, mate. Good luck with that. Yeah, I lost my Inky within 3 days of having a booster, Ollie, 100% blind, pneumonia, had to force feed her. I was doing coupage and steaming, still had to have her put to sleep. Oh, well, that's a bit unfair. Ivy and Jemison, it's not exactly your fault. That's the sort of thing I would have done at school, though, like lock teacher out. That was just me. I've actually found a comfortable position for my arm. I was very naughty at school, Ivy and Jemison. I really was. It's like when they wanted to do a locker search for cigarettes and that, everybody gave me all their stuff, right? And I'd just say, you're not looking in my locker. You do not have human rights to look in my locker. It's my locker, my property, and no, you can't look. And there was nothing they could do. Nothing. I was very good at school at saying no. I've got just the news on in the background. I mean, actually, it's someone live from Edinburgh. Nothing much. I've heard, because I've had the news on since I fed, Zed gets fed at 3 a.m. before we do our patrol up the woods. And the news, I have heard it repeated about 10 times now, so I'm sort of zoning out a little bit. News. They were saying to leave the whale alone. Yeah, don't, Riddick. Don't. Yeah, well, the guy's an idiot. We all know it. I mean, how the hell does someone like that? I could run the country better than that. Seriously, I could. And probably on a quarter of the wages. What are you sorry about? What are you sorry about, Riddick? That's the word you need to kind of ease out of your vocabulary a little bit, because half the time you don't need to say it. Just so you know. Well, everybody's sick of Trump, and he's a complete. I could say a lot. He's a complete and utter idiot. That's right. He was, Ollie. He was laughed at. His ego won't be able to take that being laughed at like that. I found it hilarious personally. I remember saying to one of my subscribers before I took a year off, how do you feel about Donald Trump? And they said, I think he'll make a very good president. I said, really? And I never mentioned it again. I thought, no, Marie, the only thing I voted on was Brexit. I've never voted for anything else in my life. So it's just ridiculous. This country is going downhill. It's the first year or something that there's been no progress. Ivy and Jimson, no, you're not rude. You're doing your job, Riddick, as a moderator. So, you'll keep an eye on numbers. We're at a 3, so your brain isn't slow in processing, Riddick. That's all I've got to say to that, Riddick. Really, my brain's a bit slow. You should try having mine. It really annoys Zed. Well, yeah. The less we say about her, the better, really, Ollie, because she ain't got a clue what she's doing. I think everybody should vote me into government. I'll have this country back on its feet in a couple of months. It would be looking very different, though. I just would warn everybody. My panel would probably be a load of border collies. Don't have to pay them wages, just food. They could go around and get people's votes and stick them in the box. I'm getting the evil eye from Zed. She does, because she doesn't like me talking to anybody. Because, as you know, Ollie, collies can get very jealous. They're very much a one-person dog, aren't they? Yeah, you see, there's no chance I'd get corrupted by money. If someone tried to bribe me, I would report it and say, you can't bribe a politician. What do you think you're trying to do? See, that's the problem, isn't it? Everybody seems to have a price, and that's where it all goes wrong. Same with vets. They've got a price, I'll sell this or sell that. We'll pay you this. I mean, it's like the vet that I was with before I changed vets had 3 holidays a year. And when I said, are you going to get a K laser? He said, I can't afford £20,000. And I actually said, well, you go on holiday to South Africa 3 times a year. And you're saying, that's him and his whole family. And I said, and you can't afford a K laser. I left. Oh, God, it's all keyboards for all of us at the moment. My keyboard's got so much dirt underneath it. Well, he's a bit of a wet rag as well, though, isn't he? That's a bummer, Marie. Have you not got another keyboard? I keep one of those cheap test keyboards, that they don't cost much, but you can just slip it into the USB. Not that I know anything about computers, because I don't. Two 2.0. See, I don't even know what that means. Thank you, Riddick. Okay. It's a bit like my AMD then, that keeps turning itself on and correcting itself. Okay. Yeah, I seem to remember this from when I was watching Learn Windows 10, which I can't have on my computer. Just let me open the curtains, ladies, so that I can let her look out the window, and then I'll fling the computer around. It's light outside. God, look how cold it is, though. Different angle, people. There you go. She can't see out the window because all it's got is station on it. That's a much better angle, actually. What's the difference between a mechanical keyboard and a keyboard? Hello, my darling. Hello, sweet pea. Let me put Siggy down. Do you want some cuddling? She goes, yes, mummy, I feel left out. Well, you're never left out, little girl. No, you're not. You're not. You shy? She goes, yeah, I'm shy. That's a load of bullshit, darling. You know that, don't you? You're not shy. You're a dog that climbs trees. How can you be shy? Zeddy, pause up. Pause up. Oh, come on. Bit of energy. Zed, pause up. Yeah, give me some nose love. Nose love. I love you. Oh, thanks for the burp, but I love you still, even though you burp. Yes, I love you too. I love you, love you, love you. Yes, I do. You're very good. Look at those beautiful legs, those lovely muscles. Beautiful girl, aren't you, my pretty? Aren't you, my pretty precious? Do you understand what's going on today? We got to go solicitors. Then we got to go bank, and you're going to be tired. She goes, I don't want to do none of that, Mummy. That's after we go and do training and playing. All right? But you know you've got to do work before you do games. You know that, don't you? Eh? Okay. That's a good girl. Do you want to have a little look at the camera? See, look, see people in there. She goes, there's not people in there, Mummy. It's just a stupid machine. Why don't you have a look, Sadie? Look. Look. Have a little look. There, see? There's people in there. These people are very fond of you. She goes, I'm not looking, Mummy. She does indeed, yeah. She loves me very much. We butted heads for a year, but you've become much more biddable, haven't you? I'm just having a good yawn. Do you want to be a moderator, Zed? I was patting her down again this morning, Riddick, to make sure she wasn't carrying any knives or guns or anything. She said to me, no, Mummy, I haven't got any knives or guns. I got my teeth and claws. And she said, that's why I don't want my claws cut. She does come out with some rubbish, seriously. Don't you, sweetheart? She goes, no, Mummy, it's very important. I'm just reading back here. God, I don't think I need anything that's more reactive. I've got a reactive dog. That's enough for me. Yeah. You know, I've taught her to do, a spread 'em, and I like pat her down to check that she's not carrying weapons. Didn't I, little miss? Your ears are cold. Let me warm your ears up for you. I'm glad you sorted that out. Got to take you to the vet next week. Find out what that little lump in your ear is. See, I'm not a complete vet hater. I just like an open-minded vet. Don't I, miss? She goes, yes, Mummy. Oh, good girl. See, everything's all right. There's nothing for you to worry about. Nothing at all. All right, sweet girl. My sweet, sweet girl. Oh. Sorry, people. She kind of takes up my whole... Oh, she knows a lot, Marie. She really does. Don't you? She goes, yeah. She goes, Mummy taught me a lot as a little puppy. But we had a lot of arguments, didn't we? Said she goes, Mummy, I don't remember. She says, I don't remember any of that. Thinks Zed's lying a little bit. Yeah, I'm just fussing Zed. You know, she likes a lot of fuss, and I don't want her to feel sort of left out or anything. I think she's just checking. Is there anything that I need to be aware of, Zed, that you're sensing? Everything all right with Mummy? Do you want to give me a check? Zeddy, hang on, let me get my glasses off a minute. Zeddy, check Mummy. Check Mummy. Zeddy, do your damn work and check your Mummy. Oh, it's nothing wrong with me then, is there? She goes, no, I'm just being jealous. You're a jealous girl. You're just a jealous girl. Yes, you are. Funny little girl. I can't see a thing without my glasses on. Do you want to try my glasses on? She goes, no, you can keep those to yourself. Ready? Safe, said. Trust. She goes, I'm not even going to try that. Oh, go on then. Throw more of your fur on the floor. Yeah, thanks, said. And then you nag me about hoovering. Yeah, I'm all right, love. I'm all right. I really am all right. Hello, Bro TV. How are you? I'm sitting on something incredibly uncomfortable. Yeah, she does it every day, Riddick. You know, as soon as I turn it off, she's on the Hoover. And then I'm trying to wrap it up and she's back on it. You know, when I put that video up, people said to me that was trained. It wasn't. It's just something she does. I think she feels it makes her feel powerful over it. I'm hoping the same will apply with the clippers. You know, she stands on those now and throws them about the room. She'll even go and fetch them. But then as soon as I, you know, I actually got the clippers round one claw and she pulled her paw back. So it made me jump, which doesn't help. So, hi, new person. That's what I say. Hi, new person. So, Bro TV, what do you do? You know, for work or anything? Do you have a dog? I think everybody's a dog owner here tonight, which is nice. Doesn't matter if you haven't got a dog, you're welcome anyway. It's not so much, I think it's just fatigue, Riddick, to be honest. I'm just absolutely exhausted. Thank you, darling. Just tired. I need to clean my screen. Riddick, what's the best thing to clean the screen with? Ooh, 1.5. Have you asked why they are getting rid of it? Because 18 months old, moving a dog on at that age can make or break a dog. Yeah, well, I don't have one of those, love. You know, the only thing in this house is kitchen roll or toilet roll. Isn't that right, Zeddy? She goes, yes, mummy. Do you want to stand on the table, darling? You can if you want. You can put your paws here, look. I can make room for you. Hold on, let me get all this out of the way. There we go. Do you want to get on the table? Zeddy, paws on. Paws on. There you go. And stand. There we are. Right, nose. Touch, touch. We've got a Zeddy from above. Hello. You're worried about the eye again, aren't you? She goes, yeah, I'm a bit worried about it, mummy. Yeah, look. There you go. Yeah, you're worried about the eye again, aren't you, Bubs? I know you keep indicating. I did tell the doctor, I did, but she's not listening. What, is this my daily facial? She goes, yeah, mummy, your face is dirty. Thank you, babes. It's actually quite relaxing. I need exfoliating, but I'd like my eyeballs left behind if you don't mind. Yes, I love you too, Zeddy, very much. Why do I feel you're buttering me up for something? You are, aren't you? What do you want? Am I clean now? Yes, Edley. Wow. It's all right, I know, but if you keep licking my eyeball, it's going to drop out and then we'll have a problem. You'll have a new toy though, won't you? An eyeball toy. Thank you, sweetheart. Now I don't have to wash my face, you see. That wasn't your idea, was it? She goes, no. You're a very sweet girl. Mummy love you. Mummy love you. It's not hot. It's absolutely freezing over here. I'd like to know, Bro TV, why they are getting rid of it. And people lie when they'll say, I've got my work's changed or I've got a different set of circumstances or whatever. You need to get to the real reason. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but you need to find out exactly why they are getting rid of an 18-month-old, you know, German Shepherd. Yeah, another one shouldn't make any damn difference at all. So I would just question it a little bit further. I would also ask to go with them on a dog walk, see how it reacts around other dogs, see what it's like on a lead. Do a little bit more research. Don't be trusting people's words. You want to say, can we go out on a walk with you and your other dogs, and see what they say. If they say no, they're hiding something, because you don't want to end up with an 18-month-old with a huge bunch of problems or experiences with dogs. But if you've got to start doing behavioral adjustment training or behavioral modification training, as we used to call it in the old days, you're going to be spending a lot of time with it. Okay, just do a little bit more research with that. I would really query someone giving up an 18-month-old German Shepherd, because that's through the teenage stage. It's coming into, finishing its it's in its sort of still juvenile stage. I would want to be knowing a lot. You definitely need to have a look into that. Definitely look into it, okay, bro TV, because I would, I've got, I'm very instinctive. I like getting really young pups. Gosh, time flies, isn't it? Yeah, I would definitely be worried about 18-month-old GSD, because unless it's been trained, of course you can train a dog at that age, but you've got to think about how much you want to put into it. Is it working line GSD? Is it a kennel club line, or what? Because that makes, if it's a working line, it's going to be a whole handful. Unless you've got a lot of experience, you could have a problem. Wow, Riddick, sort your blooming computer out, girl. A little bit of sarcasm there, Riddick. It does. I mean, you've got the same provider as I do, and it's sometimes, yeah, mine didn't. It's probably the police just checking up on everything. Don't worry about it. I'll be interested to see what's in my email after this. I can be sarcastic, but I never mean it in a nasty way. I don't mean a lot of nasty. Everybody knows when I'm being nasty. It's very, very clear when I'm being nasty. Other than the fact my eyes change colour, literally, then, there's a whole different tone, I suppose, to my voice when I'm tired. That's the thing. I am tired. And I'm just thinking about what I've got to do today, and it doesn't fill me full of joy. That's just being really honest. It's a whole, let's just turn Laura's life on its head and give it a good thump into the ground and see how Laura fares with that. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. And I'm like, another challenge. It's always one challenge after another after another. It's like being some kind of Olympic hurdler, and at my height, I have to climb over them, not jump over them. Mind you, I might do what Zed does and just go underneath. Yeah. Right, I'm going to wrap this up, everybody, because I've got to find my passport, which is 8 years old, and I'm going to look at the picture and think, oh dear. Yeah, it is a tough day ahead, Marie, but I've known it's been coming for about 12 months, and I've tried to fight it with lawyers and everything else, and I can't. The law is the law, which is ridiculous over here. I just got to deal with it. So deal with it, I will. Really, it will tell you I don't back down from anything. So I just take it and get on with it and I've got to try and find a way to make a living. I'm not quite sure how I'm meant to do it, but I'll try and find a way. I've got my combat boots right where I want to put my foot, which is, oh. Well, it does matter if you sleep in Riddick, because I tried that yesterday and I got, yeah, you know, I just didn't get a reply. Yeah, you see, the problem with online training, Marie, is I can't get the energy of the dog, or the energy of the human being, or more to the point, usually the lack of energy from the human being, you know, who's standing there with no strength. I will, Ivy and Jamison. Thank you so much, my sweets. That's very kind of you. Okay, really, I'll let you off this once. Thanks, guys, for joining in. And Riddick, you've been an excellent moderator. I'd pay you, but I'm not gonna. I got nothing to pay you with. Yeah, oh well. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap this up because I've got to find my passport, and I really don't want to leave it to the last minute like I usually do, and then have to rush out the door. Yeah, maybe I'll look into it. You know, I mean, on my channel, Marie, I do a lot of step-by-step videos, and they don't get the good views. People like the trick stuff and the cutesy stuff. They actually don't really want to learn anything. And I, as a trainer, find that very frustrating. I'm like, why don't you want to train your dog? I just don't get it. I really don't. So I shall love you and leave you. And it's been, oh, I know that, Riddick. I know that. It wouldn't be my money. I'd just send you yours. Try and wiggle your way out of that one, Miss Riddick. Right, I am going now, guys. Riddick, I'll have a quick chat with you on the phone. So I'm going for now. Right, thanks ever so much, guys. Riddick, excellent moderation. And we will be back tomorrow. And I will have hopefully got some sleep by then. All right, bye, guys. Thank you so much for a lovely live stream. I'm not deleting this one. I'm not. All right, bye. Lots of love, guys. Thanks so much.